Hello, everybody. Good evening. Hope you're all doing well. Merry Christmas Eve, of course. And I do also want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas as well. If this is the last time I see you before then, we'll be doing a stream tomorrow, but if you can't make it tomorrow, that's fine. But we're here today to discuss our 4-0 victory, of course, against Cambridge on Friday night. Now, I do also have to say is that I'm expecting a parcel soon, so I may have to go off for a second or two just to collect the parcel, but I'll be back straight away. But did want to warn you about that, obviously. One of those things, unfortunately. But what a brilliant evening on Friday it was. Obviously a really, really dominant display as you kind of expect. No disrespect to Cambridge. Kind of expect it to be a win, but I think it was the manner that we won as well, which impressed me most. But we're going to get into all the key points. We're going to obviously react, share our thoughts and everything. And of course, everybody in the chat, if you do want to let me know what you think as well. Be good to hear from you as well. But yeah, let's get straight into it then. In fact, I've got a few comments on actually. Before we get into it, Aiden says hello, mate. Hope you're okay. Hello, Aiden. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. And yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And yeah, you too. Yeah, as I've already kind of said, Merry Christmas to everybody. But hope everyone does have a good Christmas. And yeah, don't eat too much. But anyway, let's get straight into it then. After what was a fantastic result, performance, everything that you want to see. Starting with the team lineup, which is gonna get up now. Obviously, this was the team. The free change was made. Marshall, Lees, and Spencer all making starts. Pearson on the bench after having to go off with illness last time out. Longvike also out of the squad due to suspension. Now there was a bit of a surprise spot on the bench for Connor Falls, which was nice. Obviously, one of our academy players. It was nice to see him on the bench, even though it was maybe unexpected. But yeah, look, I liked the lineup. If I'm being honest, I didn't have any issues with it. It's our strongest lineup that we could have fielded, to be fair, at this point, with the injuries and suspensions and things. So yeah, but let me know what you think. But I was happy with it. Obviously, Chapman continuing goal. Hellick was the captain. Good to see Marshall start, of course. Ben Wild, Karoma. Herbie Kane has made a big impression in that midfield now, as we know. Really settled down, really producing some good stuff for us. Spencer, a bit hit and miss at the moment, but he was playing. There's no one else really that can come in. But Spencer is a good player to have in the squad too. I know he does kind of let himself down a bit, hasn't he? To be honest with you, so far this season, I would say. But look, he's young. He's going to have dips in form. Kasumu, of course, Kasumu's been brilliant for us, hasn't he, this season? Really looks at home in League One. Clearly one of the best players in League One. Danny Waugh, obviously Turton as well. Turton played, which is always good to see. Danny Ward, yeah, I mean, like I said, we haven't got many other options again, so he has to start. And Tom Lees. It's in my opinion, I think the Cambridge game has got to be the best game played so far this season. To be honest, I think we deserve more than 4 goals. Yeah, no, you're right. We really did. We did deserve to score more than 4 goals. Now, what have we got coming up now? I'm going to put me back into the big screen here. But yeah, you're right. I agree. We're going to get into it in a moment, but I think you are right. Chrome is not a left wing back, but how better is he on the wing though? He's not a natural. The thing is, though, I said it last time. I said it on my other streams before. Like, he's not a wing back, but he's a winger, and a wing back has to be a winger. So I know what you're saying. He's not really done. He's not really been used to that position before. He prefers to be an out and out winger, but a wing back is technically a winger. If that makes sense, I think. And I think that's the only position at the moment in this formation that he showcases what he can do the most. Up front, he does some good bits. He has scored some goals, but I still think he's better on the wing. We all know this. So, but like he's a winger. You see the best of him on the wing. So, and I do think I said before though, like. He does still work though because he's technically a winger in this system. In the system, because when we're defending, we just go to a back 4 instead of a back 5. Like if we would have a wing back that can, obviously he's able to like track back and defend. Do you get what I'm saying? So he just kind of stays high up. And then obviously it's just a back 4, and that's fine for me. We don't really need a back 5 anyway, so Chrome can just stay high. So yeah, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But let's get into the game, how it happened then. Obviously, first half, early doors, I think we were kind of being forced back into our own half, wasn't we, to start the game? So it was a bit of a slowish start, a couple of corners for Cambridge, but obviously they came to nothing. But there were a few warning signs that we couldn't take this game for granted. But then we seemed to kind of use that to push on then and kind of really start playing our football. And obviously, our first chance came after that on goal for us. Falls to Ben Wiles, drives down through the middle before getting a shot at goal. So the Cambridge goalkeeper makes a good save, but and I think that was one that he was expected to make anyway. So it wasn't really but it was maybe we could have done a bit better with a chance, but it is what it is. But then obviously we managed to get the goal, the first goal in the 12th minute. It's the Kisumu breaking the deadlock after a wild free kick. Obviously fell eventually to him, and he was instinctive with his finish. He prodded it home to give us the lead, so he was very instinctive with that finish. With plenty of space down the left-hand side for Chrome to take advantage of so far as well, I thought, in the game. He gets another shot off goal, but it's kind of a bit of a tame one, wasn't it? And it rolls into the goalkeeper's hands. Cambridge did look fine going forward, but you could kind of sense there were more goals in this one for us on the counter-attack if we get it right. And obviously it did end up happening. Then obviously we scored our second goal again. Brodie Spencer popping up again. Second goal in as many games to double our lead, which is good to see him get on the score sheet a few times as well. Marshall, we have to get into Marshall very, very soon, guys. But we're going to finish it. But we're going to finish the kind of how the game happened, and then we're going to kind of react to everything. But wow, Marshall was just unbelievable in this game. But yeah, Marshall clicked a really nice ball, didn't he, from the right hand side. and obviously it was guided in beautifully from Brody Spencer's head into the back of the net. So yeah, again, a bit of breathing space at that point, and you know, we did look comfortable throughout the game. Now I know there was a bit of a moment at the start of the game where it was a bit like we were being pushed back a bit. Obviously, they had a few corners, didn't really do anything with them, but then from that moment, we just really showed our quality, to be honest. And then we went and scored another goal. Obviously, Marshall gets on the score sheet. A lovely, really nice team goal, this, wasn't it? You know, started off with some really nice playing out from the back, which does work sometimes, playing out from the back, but it doesn't mean you have to do it every single time. But this time, it was a really nicely played move. Ward, with a brilliant ball in from the right-hand side, sees Wiles head against the bar, but Marshall reacting quickest, and he knocks it in to the back of the net. And it was, again, another instinctive alert. He was in the right place at the right time. Marshall anticipated it dropping to him, and he did very well with it, and he deserved it. You know, he got an assist in that first half, and he got a goal. So what brilliant, wasn't it? Marshall, I mean, yeah, look at all those emojis. That just sums it up. He is a superstar, and I really like him. I've liked him since the moment he's come through the door. I think he's such a talent, and he's just been a joy to watch. And I said a few weeks back, when he was maybe in a bit of a dip of form, it is expected for somebody of that age who has not had much experience at senior football level. So when people were criticising him a few weeks back about how poor he was and how he wasn't contributing, it should be expected in a way that he's not going to be on it every single time, and you've got to put a bit of perspective into things as well, with the fact of where he's come from and the fact that he's very inexperienced at this level. You know, so I'm happy for him. He will dip in form, but he'll come back and keep producing, and he'll keep going. And we'll have some very good moments from him from now until the end of the season. But he may have a few quiet games as well. But this is not a bad thing. You know, he's learning as he goes along, and this is the most he's played in senior football before. So, you know, he's doing well. You know, physically, fitness-wise. Obviously, he's a young lad, so I expect him to be fit. But still has to put the work in. So yeah, Marshall. We will get into Marshall because I've got a heat map of Marshall's, like where he found himself in the game on the pitch. I love a heat map, me guys, you know me. But look, anyway, half time did come, of course, and look, it was a superb half from us, wasn't it? We really did look fantastic going forward, and we were clinical as well. We were clinical this time, for once. Kasumu, obviously Spencer and Marshall all getting on the score sheet in the opening 45 minutes. And we were flying, weren't we? We were flying, and obviously at 3-0, pretty much the game was won at that point, because it did feel comfortable. Cambridge weren't really threatening much at all. And obviously we've got 3 goals up, so we weren't going to throw that lead away. As bad as our defence is at times, I think it would have been a huge shock if they would have come back. But look, like I said, some really impressive football in the opening 45 minutes of the game. I think every touch, we've talked about before how our touches has been quite poor at times, you know. But in this game, in this half, they were absolutely fantastic, and we did the basics very well, but we also played very well going forward and were clinical as well. So, and like Aidan says, we could have easily had more goals to show for it as well, But yeah, second half, obviously, our good friends will always remember him. Elias Kachunga had a good chance, didn't he, to pull one back for Cambridge early on in the second half. But he fires it over the bar. But yeah, I mean, it was fantastic to see Kachunga, obviously, a member of our Premier League promotion squad. We'll never forget Kachunga. I used to love him, and I was a bit gutted when he left, actually, to be honest with you. But yeah, he was. Every member of that squad that got us promoted to the Premier League will always remember. Of course, we will. So yeah, it was good to see Kachunga doing, out there on the field. But anyway, we did make our first sub. Obviously, Ladapo coming on for Ward in the 61st minute. And then, obviously, Kachunga actually got substituted as well. And he did receive a standing ovation from our fans. And like I say, he'll always be welcome back with open arms in these parts. And he does have a very special place at the club. Absolutely, he does. Every member of that team, as I said, that took us to the Premier League. And obviously David Wagner deserves standing ovations and so much more as well. But look, we did clinch our fourth goal in the 72nd minute. Callum Marshall gets his second of the match, puts this game well and truly to bed. If it hadn't been put to bed before, I feel like it was, but just that 4 goal, just absolutely 1,000% sure. We were a bit quiet in the second half, to be honest with you, weren't we? But Marshall obviously spreading the ball out beautifully to Koroma. His effort is saved, but Marshall then reacts first again and smashes it home between the goalkeeper's legs, and it was a 4-0 scoreline at this point. Yorpenda came on in the 78th minute, getting some first-team minutes in a league, getting some first-team minutes in the league game as he comes on for Kasumu, which is brilliant to see. It was good to see him getting some minutes in the league. He's played a lot in the cups, but he doesn't tend to get a look in the league, does he? So it's nice to see him come on for the final 12 minutes. I think it was like 17 minutes with the injury time that he played. Kasumu was excellent, and he does get a well-deserved rest. He got a well-deserved rest towards the end of the match. Now the game is done and dusted. Yorpenda came close, actually, to getting a goal himself, didn't he, if you remember? Obviously, Marshall, nice bit of skill from him to allow Wiles to drive forward. Pushes it wide to Yorpenda, who forces a good stop down low from the Cambridge goalkeeper. So what a moment that would have been to see Yorpenda get on the score sheet. That would have been fantastic, wouldn't it? But unfortunately, didn't go in, but it was a good effort. But yeah, heading into stoppage time, obviously, Connor Falls came on for his first team debut for us as Koroma departed. Obviously, like I said earlier, Connor Falls, one of our academy players, had a lot of injury issues, Connor. So what a special moment for him coming on. Even if it was only for a short time, he will remember this moment forever. And he's still only 20 years of age, so be interesting to see, because obviously it's hard to judge him on them minutes that he got on a brief spell, but will he be involved a little bit more now? I don't know, but we'll see. But it's good to see him get on the pitch anyway. And yeah, obviously full time. So it did finish 4-0. Like I said, it was a fantastic away performance, this, from us. Obviously take us into the Christmas break with yet another 3 points, even though it's not technically a break. Take us into Christmas with a win. Obviously we're back on Boxing Day, as we know. Marshall with a double. Spencer Kasumu got on the score sheet as well. As we look very, very good going forward, very threatening going forward. Clean sheet as well. Not forgetting the clean sheet, guys. That was like the cherry on top, wasn't it, of that performance? A clean sheet. I love to get a clean sheet. Probably because I am a defender. So myself. So yeah, I do love a clean sheet. But yeah. And Ian says, if only Marshall scored that third goal. Yeah, he had a good chance, didn't he, actually? I don't think I mentioned that, did I? But yeah, he had a good chance, didn't he? He deserved to go in, didn't he? He deserved to go in. His performance was just outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. But yeah, our unbeaten streak now in the league moves to 11 games. Fantastic. Really firmly in the promotion hunt. Automatic places. And obviously, like I said, we were in 4th place in the league now, and that was guaranteed for Christmas Day. Now we're going to get into the player ratings. Obviously, I'm going to go into Marshall as well in a moment because, like I said, he was the star of the show. This performance was coming from him because I kept seeing glimpses of what he could do. And I thought, you know what, he's going to have one of these games where he just has an excellent game and a man of the match performance game to show for it. So yeah, and he did. But like I said, Marshall, I've always loved him. He's full of energy, real handful for defenders. And I think his quality really is starting to show now, isn't it? I think this will do his confidence a world of good. And I think Kasumu also played well as well, didn't he? He was impressive. But Marshall took all the headlines with that performance. Now, I do want to bring up his heat map, actually, of Marshall's, just to show the impact that he made across the whole pitch. Now, obviously, he was very much dangerous in and around the penalty area. But what I see here is, guys, is a player that, yes, he's a striker, but he is prepared to put in the hard yards to track back and help out when needed. There's a few times there, as you can see, where he's tracked back and helped his teammates out when required. Like I said, 2 goals to his name in this game, 1 assist. He did have that chance to get a hat-trick, a big chance, missed 1. Had a good passing range, key passes 3, big chance created 2. 2 out of 2 dribbles, defensive actions 2, recoveries 2, touches 42, include opposition box, which was 4. But yeah, look, it just shows his willingness to get back, but also very important. He likes to go out he likes to drift to the wing as well, doesn't he? Sometimes, and you know what I mean, and obviously deployed in that role. So yeah, and it says, "Man, I'm gonna go because my tea is ready. But if I don't see you before, I'll have a good Christmas." Mate. Yeah. Big up to you, and I will be doing a preview to the Stockport game tomorrow if you are about. Obviously, I know it's Christmas Eve, so don't worry if you aren't. But I'll be doing a preview tomorrow for the Stockport game. Tomorrow, I think it's 3 o'clock. Did I schedule it for or 4? I can't remember now. But yeah, if you can't make it, have a good Christmas, Aiden. I appreciate your support, and have a good one. And big up to yourself every single time. But yeah, that was Marshall's heat map, which just showcases what he's about. But look, hello George. Hi George, how are you doing? And Adam's here and says Merry Christmas all. Merry Christmas to you, Adam. I hope you're well. And good to see you in the chat there. But yeah, that was the first time we were 3-0 up at half time in the league since 2012. So just shows. 3 away league wins in a row now. Not since April 2022. And of course, 3 points of second place with a game in hand. Just really, really pushing out, you know. Marshall was everywhere Friday night, top form. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He just epitomised what Huddersfield Town player should look like for me, Marshall. I think he was outstanding. You know, he's full of energy, always trying to make things happen. But he's got quality. And, I kind of been describing Marshall's performance just before you joined, Adam. But, I was just really pleased with him, really. But let's get into our play ratings then, guys, for this game. Obviously, I do like to do these. And I'll kind of go through. This is where probably I have to just rejig the screen a minute. Hang on. You can't see me now because if I put me up there. Now, I put me there. And then I put the sofa score ratings up, and we'll kind of go through them. These are not my ratings, by the way, guys, but I will give you my ratings now. So let's start with Jacob Chapman in the goal. Obviously, mostly face shots straight at him, didn't he, in this game, when Cambridge were able to get past a really stubborn defence by us. Good distribution on a difficult pitch as well. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I think Chapman just continued to do what he does, and he's really being brilliant for us. Obviously, he's had busier matches, but he's still there when we need him. So yeah, fair play to him. Tom Lees, I think, gets an 8 from me. Obviously, preferred to Matty Pearson at centre back. Forced to save out of Reyes with an early header, with Kasumu converting the rebound, so it was a threat going forward as well with the set pieces. But yeah, Tom Lees gets a solid 8 for me. Mikael Helik, of course. I'm going to go for an 8 for Helik as well. He was tested by the Cambridge press in the opening minutes, but kept his composure. Made some necessary blocks as well along the way when the hosts were able to get into the box. Stayed forward and won a vital knockdown off a long ball to set Town their way to their second goal, if you remember as well. So yeah, really, really good performance by Helik. Helik just does what Helik does. He's Mr. Consistent more often than not. And he's just the brick wall, as we call him. He's a brick wall. A top defender. Adam says, I think I agree with those ratings of soft score. Yeah, they're more or less accurate, aren't they, really? But there's a few that I don't really agree with. But yeah, I think really if you're going to give Leeds a 7.9, you really should just round it up to 8, to be fair, shouldn't you? And Helik, pretty much an 8 performer, you know, just round up to 8. But yeah. Anyway, Brodie Spencer. Again, deployed as one of the centre-backs. It was more of a like-for-like placement for Nigel Longvike, who was suspended in this one. Obviously, he'd waited so long for his first Town goal against Lincoln, didn't he? And then, only to make it 2-2. Obviously, met Marshall's cross with a brilliant header. Strong in the tackle as well, Spencer. Won some important 1v1 challenges. Ended the game at left back and looked like he could have gone for another 90 minutes. So, yeah, just full of energy. And, really good. So, for me, an 8 for Brodie Spencer. Now, the wing-backs. Turton gets a 7. Impressive work rate from Turton. As we've always come to expect with Turton, to be fair. Working hard to close down Cambridge players very quickly. And, yeah, did well. I think it's a solid 7 for me. Herbie Kane. In fact, I'm going to go with the other wing-back first, Josh Kuroma. Josh Kuroma, for me, gets a 7. It's a return to left wing-back as kind of expected. Looked dangerous. He's direct running up that side. I don't think his end products were quite there, but still did plenty to help us sustain our attacks. Forced a good set out of Reyes as well. Thought Marshall put away the rebound. Finished the game on the left wing in a 4-3-3 as well. So yeah, Karoma is better out on the wing, and that's where we see the best of him, even though he was maybe lacking end product the other day. Now back up to Herbie Kane in the middle there. For me, I give him an 8. Herbie Kane again, hard working shift, and was able to show his quality on the ball at times, offering himself all the time, every time the ball. He always wants the ball, and he was involved in a lot of our obviously final third play. Played some lovely balls over the top for Karoma and Marshall too. He was composed at number 6 as we saw out the game, and the clean sheet as well. So yeah, really, really good performance from Herbie Kane. Kasumu gets an 8 as well. Again, Kasumu just does what Kasumu does, doesn't he? Wins challenges, covers so much ground. Obviously got the goal as well. And like I say, he was quick about getting the ball forward to turn defence into a counter-attack in move. So yeah, he brings so much, and I think since his contract extension, he's actually really upped his level even more. I think he's just got better. He's a really, really solid League One player. He is, and you can see that. Kasumu is one of the best number 6 in the league. He's been excellent. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. What he does in a game, he never goes unnoticed, and he impacts the game so much. Gets in players' faces, wins tackles. Yes, okay, sometimes gets 1 or 2 wrong with a few bookings here and there, but I like to see that aggression, that passion with players. And yeah, he's just got it. He's just got it all, hasn't he? He's a joy. Now Ben Wiles, for me, gets a 7. Obviously, great delivery on the corner from which we broke the deadlock. Hit the bar before Marshall finished it off. Good movement to get away from his man in between the lines, and worked hard off the ball as well. So yeah, for me, solid 7. Now to the forwards. Danny Ward. For me, Danny Ward got a 6 for me. Good work up the right before putting the ball from which Town got out of, which we got our third goal. Maybe I should give him a 6.5 to be fair, because he did set up the goal, didn't he? So yeah. Marshall, for me, I'm going to give him a 9.5. He was outstanding in this game. I've already said it, guys. He was brilliant. Linking up play, always available. Always looked like he was going to get in a scoring opportunity. He scored a few goals. Should have got his hat-trick. Got an assist. And yeah, he was just phenomenal. It really was. And to be honest with you, he does look in really confident form at the moment, and he has the goals to prove it now. He's now got 4+ an assist in his last 5 outings, so he's really showcasing what he can do. And I was delighted for him to see him get the man of the match. He's got energy, strong in the tackle, drives the ball, is now popping up with some goals. Love Kasumu. Yeah, he's one of those players that gets you off your seat, doesn't he, as well? He's a proper... Yeah, he's just fantastic, isn't it? I agree, though, with what you said there. But yeah, Marshall, I've kind of already spoken about Marshall, but just a special performance from him. Now let's go into the substitutes. There were only a few that came on. Ladapo didn't really do much, probably a 6. And your Pender, probably a 6.5. I think he was far more assured Then his last time, he put himself about well both on and off the ball, your Pender. Like I say, he had that chance into test the keeper. Should have gone in, but unfortunately didn't quite do that. But it was good to see him on the pitch for his first league minutes. And Connor Falls, too late for him to give him a rating, but it was a joy to see him on the pitch. One of our academy players. So it was nice to see the academy lads come on to make his senior debut as well. So it was fantastic to see that, wasn't it? Michael's coming to form at an important time of the season. Yeah, he is. But as I said before, we have to expect him to maybe kind of not, might dip in and out of form, but you know what he'll give you? He'll give you 110% every single match he's on the pitch. And that's what I really like about him. Yes, okay, your players should be making effort and they should be doing that, but I just love, he still tries his best, and you can see, you've seen that when he's not really been getting the numbers that he's deserved, or he's been quiet in games as well. But yeah, he's reaping the reward now, and he's looking a real talent, isn't he? So long may it continue. And they always say don't fall in love with a lone player, but unfortunately, I think I already have fallen in love with our Callum Marshall. Absolutely, he's a superstar, and really good for him to, you know, he's come in. It's not easy. He's come in and he's really showcased what he can do in the short time he's been with us. And yeah, he's getting some very good experience as well. And yeah, look, West Ham, you know, have got a player in hand here, and whether he will be able to step up, you know, in the Premier League, it's a big jump, isn't it, from League One to the Premier League? But he's still only 19, so he's still got a lot of time to grow. So don't get too ahead of ourselves. But he's our player for now, so let's enjoy him. 10 goal contributions so far this season. Yeah, just shows, doesn't it, how well he's actually played. He just excites me when I watch him. He's just always drives at players as well. You know, tries to make those runs in behind as well. And yeah, he's brilliant. So yeah, like I said, the table looking quite healthy, isn't it? And I think the automatic places, guys, are well in our reach. I do. The pressure, the likes of Wrexham, and I think Wickham dropped points, didn't they, on Saturday? But the teams above are feeling the pressure, and we just have to keep going about it. Whoa, that made me jump. I expected the parcel, guys. 1 second, I'll be back. I don't know why that happens. It always happens when somebody knocks on the door. I'm right by it. It always makes me jump. But yeah, I expected that parcel coming. But anyway. But yeah, like I said, January is huge. And I don't have much faith in the board. And I've not any reason to have faith in the board. But needs must in January with some play, you know. Definitely the striker, the wing-back area is still an issue. And yeah, we just need some reinforcements in there, some more quality to help us get over the line. So yeah, January's huge. We're in a good position with Birmingham, Wrexham, Stockport, Bolton, Wickham still having to visit the Johnson Estate. Yeah, I mean, look, the games that are obviously Stockport on Boxing Day, that is a massive game. A chance to open up a gap, even a bigger gap between us and Stockport, because I think it's 3 points at the moment, isn't it? So we could extend that to 6 points. But really, we're looking up rather than down anyway. But we need to win on Boxing Day. And then we've got Burton. So we've got 2 home games on the bounce, haven't we? With Burton on Sunday as well. So, yeah, 2 games that we really need to be winning. But yeah, no, we're in good position. We've got a game in hand, haven't we, as well, on Wrexham. And have we got a game in hand on? I know Birmingham playing tonight, aren't they? But the reality is, yeah, we've got a game on in Birmingham as well. The reality is that we just need to focus on ourselves. But we're in really good stead. And the fact that we had that dip in form right at the start of the season, maybe that was a good blessing in disguise. Because they always say, I'm not saying that, but I always say that it's how you finish the season, not start it. Obviously, starting the season well is important, but like it's how you finish the season. Because if you start the season well and then you just slowly go down and down and down and not get enough points, obviously you're going to fade away. But with us, we start the season well with the results based, and then we kind of hit that really barren spell. And now since that spell, we've really ramped up our game, and we look the best that we've been. So, and I'm not saying in December it's the end of the season, but I mean like the the last few months of the season is that for me where the end of the season is. So obviously we're already nearly in January, so it is technically the last part of the season that we're going into now. We've got some big players to come back in as well. Yeah, we have. Yeah, we've got some players to come back in, and so we'll let's see what we do. But look, really pleasing on Friday. Look, I think we all thought that we should be winning the game. But I just think the manner of the way we won as well on Friday really impressed me the most. So, yeah, it was really pleasing, a really enjoyable evening, and confidence sky high, and let's just keep building because, like I said, the automatic place, we will never get a better chance, in my opinion, to be in the automatic places. If we keep close proximity with the teams above, then they will feel the pressure, and they're already feeling the pressure because teams above us already dropped points over the weekend. So, but if we keep doing our job and ask the question to them above, then you know what I mean. Cambridge looked decent enough, but we had too much from. Yeah, they were. They looked okay. They looked up, but obviously they are. Obviously, it's all about survival, isn't it, for them? See, in the relegation play, it's all about survival for them. They've got different expectations. They looked okay, but they never really laid the glove on us. Really, there were a few moments, but nothing. You could see they lacked that quality, didn't they? They lacked that quality. But yeah. But look, I think we're gonna wrap it up now. Yeah, I know it was bittersweet, wasn't it, to beat a Gary Monk team? Absolutely, we despise that guy. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah, it was a great. Yeah, again, I think you must have joined after I said that about them giving a good reception to Kachunga. But always remember the promotion winning side for the Premier League, and he deserved that standing ovation. And of course, he's always welcome back in Huddersfield whenever he likes. Absolutely. We love him. I love him. But yeah, it was nice to see, wasn't it? It was nice to see him actually on the pitch. I hadn't seen him play for ages. So yeah, it was nice to see him in action as well. But yeah, but look, another big free. Can someone remind us what Monk is? The Lutheran. But look, thank you all for watching though. Like I said, hope you enjoyed it. We're back tomorrow for the preview show for the Stockport game. So if you are about, set it for 3 o'clock tomorrow. I think it's 3 o'clock that I've set my preview for tomorrow. Just check that. Yeah, 3 o'clock tomorrow for the preview for Stockport on Boxing Day. cheers for the content. No worries, Adam, and Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, Adam, and Merry Christmas to everybody, to all my subscribers. Thank you so much for everybody's support, and I hope you all have a lovely Christmas if I don't see you tomorrow. And enjoy it. Enjoy lots of delicious food and your favourite drinks, and course the traditional chocolates that we have on Christmas, during Christmas, on Christmas Day and things like that. So yeah, enjoy the festivities indeed. I just realised I've got the player ratings thing up still. But look, thanks for watching. We're back tomorrow. Have a good rest of the evening. Hopefully I see you tomorrow, but if not, have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you very, very soon. Or as always, up the town and Michael Duff's Barmy Army. Let's keep ploughing on, picking up those results. Take care, everybody, and a Merry Christmas, one and all.